Oh, kéré jù láti jà o. You are not too young to fight. You are not too young not to fight. Imole, what they are doing to your father is totally unfair.
Justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. As you heard from our guest, you'll be listening to more. This is someone who has put herself into justice for Mohbad like every one of us. And since Mohbad's father is the only legal family member that is seeking for justice for Mohbad, well, the plot thickens. In fact, at the beginning, people applauded lawyer Femi Falana, who they thought was going to actually seek for justice for Mohbad, act in that capacity as an activist and a recognized lawyer. A lawyer who built his reputation on justice. But this brings me back to some video that I watched in the past where the son of Fela Aníkúlápó Kuti accused lawyer Falana of being friends, which I do not really have any issue with. You can be friends with anyone. You cannot choose who to be friends with at times if you're a lawyer because your job is to defend. Anyway, let's leave that aside. Femi Falana has petitioned or written or ordered Mohbad's father to retract. And you know what that means. Welcome once again. Like and share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. This is serious. Tap on the thanks button to encourage this channel to do more. Let us listen and we will do our analysis and talk more about it. This is serious. This is serious. Very, very serious. Soon, Mohbad's father will no longer have the opportunity to defend and seek for justice for Mohbad. It will now be him running to the court because the lawyer who is representing Wunmi, imagine representing Wunmi. I'm wondering what he is representing Wunmi for. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. Is Wunmi the victim? Anyway, let us listen to this because it seems Mr. Loba, Mohbad's father, will be running around going to the court for some alleged, oh, he defamed me. He said this about us. He should retract this. He should not request for DNA anymore.
Mohbad's lawyer. What is the thing that happened? Do you know that Mohbad's lawyer sent a letter that he is going to take action? And the letter is right here with me. In fact, telling Baba Mohbad to go to Punch and Instagram to go and retract some things. And I will mention, I will talk on it, I will read it out to you people. This is the letter here. Can you see? This is the letter from his chambers. You see, I have tried my best, you know, for me on this justice for Mohbad. I have tried my best. Even I told you people, I said, I'm going to minimize my talking about it because I just want action, action, action. But I am thinking in my head, what has this generation or what is this generation turning into and going into? And, you know, how did we get here? How did we get here? Remember this same guy whose name is Somi, yeah, was the one that Baba Mohbad initially told us that in the beginning when they bought land, when Wunmi's mom bought land on behalf of his son, it was this guy that he approached when Wunmi's mother denied it. that there's nothing like that. He said he used style to ask this guy, this lawyer, and try to like find out from him, and he was the one that told him, Baba Mohbad, that yes, those lands were bought in Liam's name. Remember, if you remember where this guy featured, do you get it? Then another point again, I remember this name featured again when Baba Mohbad was asked when he got to his son's house. He just said lawyer, meaning, you know, Mohbad's lawyer. It was among the people he met in the house, which many of us questioned, like, how would they have informed Mohbad's lawyer to be on ground even before his parents, who of course, you understand, who is more important? Why the lawyer? Why the affairs? Do you understand? So those are the two parts I remember him featuring. But going by lawyer Falana, going by lawyer Falana's letter to Baba Mohbad, the petition, sorry, yeah, it states clearly that everyone around Mohbad, they are so much against that man. They are so much against that man. And I'm wondering why. I'm wondering why. Now, if you all listen to the TVC news, you know I said it that I'm not going to analyze that TVC news because I felt he's bereaved. He's saying what he has in his mind to say. I don't know how mentioning the lawyer makes it look like they are bullying this man. Yes, they are. Everybody cannot be supporting Wunmi and leave this man who owns his child, who suffered with his child, who brought up that child. He's simply asking, give me a DNA for that child because of what my son had told me and what is speculations and rumors here and there, so that I can be assured and I can have a closure. You understand? That my child or my grandchild is Liam. Yes, my son that's the only child he introduced to me. But with what is happening and with the sudden demise of my child, there's question mark and people are speculating this and that. I think what that man is asking for, God is my witness, it's not too much. It is not too much for Wunmi to present Liam for DNA. I do not know how and why lawyer Falana chose to be on this part. And I have no right, however, to question it. That's the part he chose to be. Paid for. He's paying. He's not doing it on pro bono. If I'm to advise him as an elderly counsel, I think the part lawyer Falana is on is the part he would tell people like me upcoming. Because when I grew up in my daddy's hand as a lawyer, I see my father worked with Abraham Adesoya, and I can tell that there was integrity in those days. And where lawyer Falana also trained from Gani Fawemi, there was what we call integrity. What is too much? He says that Baba is after property. Have they done the DNA and Baba is now saying you cannot now go with what my son have left behind? What he's asking for is not too much. What he's asking for is not too much. I will do the same, but God forbid that I experience what Baba Mohbad experienced. God forbid. That's why from Wunmi's case, God is my witness. I learned from Mama Mohbad and I learned from Baba Mohbad how important it is for me to be very close to my children. And may because I am married and I did not at any time separate my husband and his family. May my children never, my sons, may they never do things the way Mohbad did things. I pray. It's too late now, but I will remember that. I remember that in my prayers. And may I not be a mother like Mama Mohbad. I pray for myself. If you don't need that prayer, please don't say amen. You know, I'm just in shock that after the TVC news, before then, there's a lot of many gbas for Baba Mohbad. Some people are doing gbas for Wunmi. Baba Mohbad is not taking any legal action. He's not. And I think it's high time he realizes that these people aren't joking with him. Because let me tell you something. When people, you can't go to court and come back as friends. It's true. You don't go to court and come back as friends. Wunmi, as per Baba Falana, they are taking this matter really too far. Whoa, the la nu baba. God is my witness. I won't call man. This is a holy place. I don't think I will say things that are not truthful. They have no simple pity for that man. I know many of you are out there insulting that man. That man is not doing anything. All he's asking is, I want a DNA and I want to know what took the life of my child. Some of you started crying after I did the interview that I talked about property. All the things that Mohbad has, is there anything that man has been able to as handled? Be sincere. All the things Mohbad has, Wunmi is handling everything. So, if they are saying you want to go with this man, you don't want him near his son's thing at all, and they are asking you that the son that you have for them, let's even be sure, due to antecedent, do a DNA. Why is Falana obstructing it? I've reported them to God. Now, I will read quickly. He then said that your said statement has tarnished the reputation of our client as a young upcoming legal practitioner. So you don't know that your own reputation matters, right? Oh, so the man that lost a famous, glorious son like that, and around Tama and Yekiri, you are saying, you are talking about yourself, Somi, that you are upcoming this thing. That's why you should make your path clean. The path you people are going regarding Mohbad's case, it's not truthful. The man have spoken. Maybe. Did he mention your name?
This is a serious issue. From the look of things, Mohbad's father is simply being disabled. That's just basic. That's just what I can. That's what I can conclude from all of this. Is being disabled. He's being disabled. He's being disabled by Wunmi's legal representative. This is sad. The RIP of Mohbad, like I said, has kind of exposed certain people that people reverenced. People thought they were activists. People thought that they were for the people. Such as the blog. There is this blog that a lot of people would run to. They felt that this blog was for the people. I'm talking of Gisles Lover. Yeah, that's because this blog often will leak certain information about certain celebrity and expose this and that, and not really just this man and woman thing. Oh, this person is about to break, the marriage is about to break, stuff like that. That's all that we see on this blog. And we started seeing lawyer Falana little by little, his firm showing, certain characteristics that people were wondering, is this still Femi Falana, or he is an activist when it comes to politics? But human rights, he is a man who does this too. So what happened? And now people also looked at investigative journalist Agidigbo FM, Oriyomi Hamzat. They looked at this man. They thought he was going to do something after the talk he had, the interview he had, the discussion he had with Mohbad's father. They thought he was going to step into it. But people didn't understand that he himself will not go to the court to speak on behalf of these victims. He needed a lawyer, needed a seasoned lawyer, a man who has done, whose body of work can be, is weighty. Well, later people got to realize that Femi Falana was actually the person who helped him in the case of Adegoke and the ritual case. They realized that that was the backbone of everything, nothing more. And now, both of them talked, they discussed, and he said, look, take your hands off this one. I'm in charge of it. That's it. Is it about money? How much did they deposit into the account of Femi Falana Chambers? How much did they deposit? Now, you'll be shocked that that money is still that of Mohbad, the deceased. Wunmi does not work. She has never done any job in her life. So it is still the same money that Mohbad worked for. You see, I kind of buy into what she said, that this RIP of Mohbad has taught her a big lesson. To be close to our children and pray to God and hope that our kids will not go the same route Mohbad went. Where you jump into a woman that is so diabolic, you get yourself entangled, involved in someone who has nothing to offer your life. That thing, the web, is a dirty one. She said, I hope and I pray that my children will not in any way get themselves involved in such in life. That they will never be part of this. That they will not be unfortunate. Because the whole thing looks messy. So much strings pulled here and there. Everything is like, Mohbad came to it's like there's something that needs to be traced in the lineage. The lineage of Mohbad's father, like there is something all of a sudden. But most of these things are happening because of the system. People will now bow. That's why we need to reinvent ourselves, re-educate ourselves. Gone are those days. Oh, that lawyer. I know it's not normal for people to say, oh, that lawyer, he has won a lot of cases. He has challenged government in this. He's an activist, is this and that. And they've grown over time. They've built their reputation on this. And people tend to idolize them. Whenever cases come up and they quickly jump on and they say, let's go to Femi Falana Chambers. Quickly. Let's go to Femi Falana's chamber. Quickly. Let us visit Femi Falana Chambers and present our case. They have pull and push. They know how to go about it. I know that's how it works in the legal, space. A lawyer that is known, once he comes on a case, he has experience. But then the law is the law. He has experience, yes, but the law is the law. From all I can gather from all this, Femi Falana definitely responded to Mohbad's father's lawyer, saying DNA is a no-no. That Mohbad is the one that has right to request for DNA and he is not alive. I'm wondering if Mohbad's father needs to change lawyer. Because it seems Mohbad's father's lawyer has been cowed or made small by the reputation, popularity of Wunmi's lawyer. And Mohbad's father does not have enough money. He said, they are fighting me, trying to cover up the RIP of my own son, saying that I should shut up and say nothing and do nothing on this. And their own child is alive. And they are still fighting me. And they are still telling me to shut up, that there is no DNA that will be done. That my son is gone, DNA is gone. Like I give birth to my son for nothing. And I will tell you this for free. When I looked at it, I said to myself, there is a big problem. Big problem. If it were Mohbad's father and mother that are on this, fighting Wunmi's family, it would have been a different thing. It would have been a different thing. It's like there is a curse, or there is a kind of bewitchment or something. I don't really understand it. I don't get it. I know that in a system where things don't work as it should, you always have this type of misplaced. I know this, but I cannot put my fingers around it. Like, hold on a second. How is it that Mohbad's mother will now sit with Wunmi's family when it has to do with the RIP of his own son and DNA? How can she sit down comfortably, wake up? How? I now saw that they robbed Peter to pay Peter's parents. They gave Mohbad's mother money that came from Mohbad's RIP. So Mohbad's mother, you have taken the money of your son's RIP. Let's see what you're going to do with the money. Let's see what you're going to do with it. Let's see what you're going to do with that money. So she zipped her mouth. I think they said she got about 60 to 70 million. I don't know how true that is. And she got that amount of money. Wow. For real? Like, seriously? This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. None of them will go free. Justice, for sure, must be served. Justice must be served. There is no hiding place. I've always said it. There is no hiding place for the wicked. So sad. No hiding place for the wicked. So now Mohbad's father is now running helter-skelter, trying to defend himself against Wunmi's lawyer, who is saying that you are defaming our law firm. The man didn't mention your name. How then are you asking him? What is wrong with Mohbad's lawyer? I thought they said he's also a son, senior advocate. Falana is also a son. Yes, he has experience. He has done this and that. It doesn't matter. Lawyer, rise up. This is your opportunity. What is wrong with Mohbad's lawyer? This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to shine. What is wrong with you? Or do you guys belong to a cult where you cannot say this, you cannot behave like this to another lawyer? What is wrong with you people? Stand up. Stand up, man. Stand up. It's time for you to shine. The same way Femi Falana became popular and became what he is right now. That's the same way. Nobody has two heads. Stand up. You're a lawyer. You went to law school. Stand up. Rise up. Stand up and rise up. You know, the practice in Nigeria may be the same, of course, in other countries too. The university that you went to will be attached to your whatever LLB, Unilag, LLB, Lagos State University. You know, the university you went to, very funny. They attach it to it. Of course, a practice. Is that what is making you? Maybe you went to a less, recognized institution, and that's the reason why you are now hiding. We are not seeing you work. If you want money, tell Mohbad's father you want money, and then we know that is where the problem is from. Mohbad's father already said, he said, you are using my son's money. Mohbad's father, don't be dull. Why are you dull? They say you are after your son's money. Why are you ashamed? Why are you ashamed of that? Say yes. I must use my son's money to fight and get justice for him. You now allow them to sit on the money. At times, you might be disabled sometimes in your mind. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to that house? They will say, I'm coming to fight them, to attack them. So why don't you you need to change lawyer. That's your lawyer. Maybe your lawyer is not functioning. That's the truth. Your lawyer is doing nothing. Your lawyer is not really doing what he needs to do. Your lawyer is not doing nothing. Your lawyer needs money. That's it. So it's time for you to begin to look into the revenue of Mohbad. If you don't have money and there's no way to get money, start looking into the revenue of Mohbad. They can't be digging their hands into Mohbad's money, revenue that is getting every day, every month, every week, every second, every hour, using to crush you and tell them you want to know. Is your right, man? Tell them to show you marriage certificate. There is none. So Wunmi is not Mohbad's wife. I heard you the other time saying the wife. I know it's a practice in Yoruba land, the wife, because Mr. Aloba, change it. Say it. Baby mama, say it. Mother, say something. The lady that claimed that she gave birth to my son's this. That's what you should say. Stop saying wife. How can you call that wicked creature the wife? She's not a wife. You also told us how it all happened. That's not wife, man. That's not a wife. Say it as it is. Let it be clear. Let the world know. And begin to look into the revenue of your son. If it requires Mohbad's money to fight to get justice for him and to find out if that child belongs to him, please do. Because I'm wondering at this time why you stutter when they say that it's because of what your son have. That's why. Tell them yes. Is it their son? It's my son. Mister, stop this. Don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid. Say yes. I don't know how someone will be shy. I cannot understand. They say he wants to inherit his son. Inside of his son, it is not your business. Your father can be richer than you, and you can be richer than your father. Vice versa, regardless. Don't people understand? You see, it's when you lack knowledge. I know that poverty can weaken people, weaken your resolve. But when you lack knowledge, you will be swayed right, left, and center. Your son is you. You are your son. Or why are we talking of DNA if your son is not you? Your son is you. That's why DNA is... Just imagine, Mohbad is not alive, and they say that you can take a swab and test with the Liam. Don't you know what that means? It means that your son is you. You are your son. What is the big deal if you are broke, if you are poor, and God helped your son to be lifted, and they say you're after... Yes, tell them that you are after it. Is it a crime? Are you after someone else's child? That's what you should have asked the reporter, like, sorry, am I after someone else's child's revenue or whatever? It's my own son. So if I want to look after it and know what is happening, I must, because he's not married.